Of course, GDC could not start this year out without having a diversity panel. Why? What does that have to do with gaming? What does being inclusive and diverse have to fucking do with gaming? I don't. I'm tired of this crap. But anyway, let's jump in here. Representation with intention. Oh boy, GDC 2024 experts from Capcom and Little Games highlight the obstacles hindering inclusivity in gaming. Wham! Communities and why it matters. All right, I know I'm barely 20 seconds into the video or whatever, and I'm already throwing absolute crap at this article. Who knows? I may actually agree with some of the things. I just read the headline and record, and you get my reactions on the interweb or the YouTube or whatever. I'm old. Who cares? Moving on. Oh, look at that very diverse panel of people up there. One, I'm assuming liberal white chick, and I don't know. I don't know what color she is, so I'm not going to even assume or what if ethnicity or whatever. I'm gonna assume an Asian dude, and have you set maybe black lady? I'm not 100% sure on that one. Let's see here. Day one, yes, day one of the 2024 Game Development Conference opened with a session about fostering inclusivity and diversity in game communities, with panelists giving a welcome reminder about why this matters and the obstacles standing in the way. Oh boy. Let's see. Hosted by GameSite head of creative programs Jennifer Zoll. All right, let's see here. Let's move down to where they're actually talking. Who is this? Let's see here. Oh, one of the biggest obstacles from the Capcom person. One of the biggest optical obstacles. I can't talk today either. One of the biggest obstacles that I have faced comes down to the core factor that people don't like change. Manziel said. Hmm. People don't like change. Well, I can see that observation in everyday life. People don't generally like their day-to-day routine to be changed, typically. But when it comes to games, maybe I'm only speaking for myself, but I have a feeling I do speak for some other people out there. We like change. We want change. We just don't want you to force a bunch of bullshit into a game to make it inclusive. There's a difference. We liked when, showing my age, when you went from Atari to Nintendo, from, Nintendo to a PlayStation 1, from a PS1 to a an Xbox 360. Games got better. They got prettier. They got bigger. We liked that. But moving on, we spent so long in this industry doing everything the same way, and people are like, well, we did it like this once, and then it made lots of money, so let's keep doing it. But the world is changing, and we need to be able to adapt and change with it. I would agree. You do need to be able to adapt and change with the world, but you're still just this is just words. What the hell? Oh, what else does he have to say? Fucking hell, he's a wordy one, isn't he? Especially when we think about social media, the world is so huge, but it's really becoming small. And in order for us to be global, we have to think global. We have to think about those cultural barriers and the access that we're giving to these games. You're not the access you're giving to the game, but like the game can do anything. It's a fucking game. So I'm huge on education. There we go. There's the words. Education. You don't agree with us. You need to be educated. There are so many free resources out there. I imagine there are on how we break through these cultural biases. See, I don't mind you know, the cultural bias thing. Okay, I kind of get that a little bit, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't mind, being, hey, if we're gonna make a game for, I don't know, China, which, okay, bad example. Zimbabwe. We're gonna make a game, release it in Zimbabwe. Maybe we should learn about the culture of Zimbabwe so that we can make something that those people that those, those people. I said it. I said it. Those people. The people in another country. Fucking hell. That they'll like. We can make something that we actually honestly think they'll like, and then maybe they will actually buy it. I can get that one. I'll get behind that a little bit as well, because even if you don't realize it, we have them. We all have them. So being able to take a step back is really important. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm doing the bit thing. Like I said, if you're doing the education and research for your cultural biases, so that you can make a game that's better for that region or for that country. Okay, I get that. I'm not gonna, be I'm not gonna harp on that. See, what else did they say here? Ah, when you want, uh-oh, these diversity initiatives, uh-oh, at a game company, you often need buy-in from executives and directors, and it's up to us to decide and to build up a presentation of sorts, as in we have to make this look good to them and lie to them and tell them this is going to make them money when we know it's not, on how these programs do positively affect overall growth in sales. I called it. He explained. No, so far they have, as far as we've seen, they've managed to kill sales. Hell, even the newest Alan Wake 2, or as people lovingly have been calling it since it came out, Alan Woke 2, hasn't even broke even yet. We'll do another video on that later on. I think it's important to executives, and we do need to prove that there are a lot of numbers out there. So that is a challenge, but just from doing this for so long, just from being a flat out shithead for so long, I think most executives that I've worked with have been really open to things. Yes, because they're on the same page as you. They want to push all this jacket shit anyway. So giving them a presentation saying, "Oh, look, you're still going to make money." The executives don't care if their company makes money. They get paid either way. And then if they get fired, they get a nice little golden parachute and they go get hired somewhere else doing the same thing for the same amount of money, if not more money. So it doesn't matter to them. They don't care. The gaming industry swaps executives like fucking porn stars. The gaming industry swaps executives and people between companies like porn swaps the snowball. Okay, what else somebody here dumbass says? To me, tokenisms means while the effort is there, there's no solid foundation. If there are no goals, if there's no good intention behind it, okay, or even thought leader that can help establish those goals, then you're kind of just building the community just to build it rather than building something that's well thought out and intentioned. Oh my God. I think I actually kind of agree with that a little bit there. I I just might, because to me tokenism, and from my, I'm taking tokenism as in saying, Hey, we have a black person. Hey, we have a gay person. Hey, we have a trans person. Hey, we have a black, gay, trans person in a wheelchair that can fly. That's what I take tokenism as. Now, if she's saying that's not what needs to be done and needs a solid foundation, for me, a solid foundation would be, hey, we started to write this story. We started to build this character. And through its natural progression, it just so happens that the character fits best as this other as a black gay trans person in a wheelchair or whichever token you want to throw in there. I don't know. It just so happens they work best as that, and it seems to really be good. So we're going to continue with this. That that's what I take that is. I'm probably wrong, to be honest with you, but I don't care. I want some positivity in my life, okay? Moving on. What else did they got to say here? Oh, let's see. So that's always something that you that so that's always something. What are you trying to shoot for? Is it representation, which I would argue is the majority of the reason this is bullshit because they're all shooting for representation and not actual story. Is it trying to get feedback from different types of folks within your community, or are they able to express their voices on how they can be applied to the quality of the community within your game or even the company? Yes, but unfortunately for that little bit there, when people that are, 'cause obviously I'm not, but from an outside view looking in, when the people who are gay, trans, black, Indian, Hispanic, whatever, when those particular people themselves say, "Hey, we don't like this," you throw them off the boat and into the waters of being all of a sudden white male. So you're gonna have to forgive me if I don't really take that with more than just a little grain of salt. And how that reflects or and how does that reflect into visible results? Because we want to continue to be better with those programs. Let's see. I All right, let's see. One more thing from Wong here. Diversity matters because it's just diversity matters because it just reflects our world. I think it does reflect our world. But there's uh there's this little thing called escapism and fantasy. People don't play well, God, the majority of people I would imagine don't play video games because they want to be in the world of reality. We play video games because our fucking jobs suck. We don't make enough money, and this is how we can go and just enjoy ourselves for just a little fucking bit. Why? Why does the world have to go, you know what? Or not the world. Why does these people, these creatives, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, why? Why in the hell do you have to be like, well, you know, everything has to look and be like me? Because that is what they mean by diversity. They don't mean diversity as in, hey, here's a good fucking story. No, they mean diversity as in, oh, well, if it doesn't look like me, it must not be good enough. If it doesn't talk like me, walk like me, and squawk like me, it's not fucking diverse. Their version of diversity is anything but white men. And if you think I'm wrong, take a look at the majority, if not damn near all, of the video game lead characters in the last 10 fucking years. I'm sure there are one or two white guys in there. Take a look at TV, movies. The whole fucking deal. Anyway, I'm ranting now. I'm doing the angry rant now. And it is time for me to go to that job I fucking hate. It is time for me to actually go back into the world of reality for just a while. And then I'll come home. I'll throw on an old school game and be able to, I don't know, enjoy myself, use some little escapism for just a little while, like the majority of gamers would want. Anyway, if you did stick around this long, I thank you for listening to me rant like a psychopath. Have yourselves a great, wonderful, and as always, prosperous day. Bye bye.